Yo guys, hey, we're in a different stage this time. We're checking the Lars patch. Honestly, you're probably wondering why I'm on the light stage. See, the reason I was on the light stage before, even though it's a good song, is because back then that was brighter days because we were doing good. Now we're on a darker stage because Lars's dark days have happened. I'm about to check the patches to see what's happened to him, but what I've heard is that it's not good for Lars, and it's funny because we've had a very crazy month, I think, or a couple months, really and truly, since we started. We went from being the best character in the game, being top tier, from being the worst character in the whole season, or last season, one of the worst characters, to then being the best character for like 2 weeks at best, I think, for broken stuff, obviously. Then we went down to being just top tier and not being the best anymore. And now apparently we've gone down even further. So I want to see what it is. It's gotten down to the point where apparently pros are not going to be playing more competitively. And to be honest with you, people just hate flying Lars in general, and I don't get why. But anyway, we're going to see what it is. And I'm going to check these notes, these patch notes right now. We're going to go through them because I really want to know how badly these nerfs were. Okay, so let's check them out. The first move, Heat, adjusted the tracking properly so that the follow-up attacks no longer track the opponent at the first hit whiffs. So let's just show you what that means for our boy Lars. When he went into Heat, as you know, you miss the first hit, usually doesn't track. Right? Usually miss that. The second hit doesn't usually thing it. But they've already nerfed this move in the past. The first bit being that when you want to the downward slope in that move, you see the move, I'm going to try to pause it while I do it, right? This downward slope, you can see him suspended in the air. I wish there was a photo to show this. Oh yes, there is. Where he's suspended in this, you can if you see him in the air and he misses the first hit, you can technically knock him out of it. They made it easier so that hitbox is easier for you to knock him out of that. He's not safe doing that. But now they've made it even easier, obviously, because I think they've nerfed all heat smashes in general for that stuff. But this already had a counter. So now it seems if you sidestep, you're gonna avoid it now. But my question is, how bad is that? I don't think that's that bad of a nerf, but I can't sit here and that, like, you know, that doesn't do him justice, because he already got crushed from that. Like, he already would get crushed for doing that anyway. But let's just record it and just show you. Just show you now. If I was to whiff, I mean, you're not gonna catch him anyway. You kinda can. I mean, because of the way he starts in, it's not all that bad unless you're quick. Kind of makes him worse significantly just from the fact that that doesn't track. It never tracked really, but it doesn't track even more now. It feels like I can just step. Let's try. Whiff. Fucking hell. Okay. Honestly, before, that's bad. Because before you had to like do a little sidewalk. Now you can just press tap it once, you're done. Okay, so that's bad. It's not like you'd even try to whiff with this move anyway, so I guess it is what it is for that. So what's next? During heat and limited entry, sidestep 1. The consumption of remaining heat has been changed from 240 to 300. So what? Wait, during heat and limited entry. Oh, what? What? So basically what they've done is limit entry. How much does it take? Oh my God. Bro, you only used to get 2 in there. Now you don't get 2. Okay, but surely it must do more damage or something, right? Okay, hold on. Let's assess it. 1, 2. I won't make it. Bro, that takes half your health. Go on. Yeah, you use 2, it's done. 1, 2. What here? Oh. It doesn't even matter that you're getting stance back from going into it. If if you use it, you basically can only use it twice. I think you could use it 3 times then. 1, 2, yeah. Yeah, you've basically used it. The damage hasn't changed, so I don't get why you nerfed that, I'll be honest. I don't understand why that was nerfed. The damage is minuscule and you just knock them into the side. And if they block you, what is it on block? -12, it's not much, but for some characters, that's a lot. For some characters, they can get their while standing in game off. They can get a heat engage from that. Some characters have good 12 frames in this game, so that's either here or there, but I don't get why they nerfed that. You just made, like, why? Why? You already take a risk doing it, and now I barely have heat when I do it now? I literally get one more opportunity to do something from it? They just cut down his heat usage in that sense. Okay, keep in mind, in season 1, that move was like the best move he had in heat. So they just made that cost more. Okay, what's next? That's, yeah. Down forward 1, 2, 5, which, sorry, 1, 2, no, 1, 1, 3, which honestly, in my opinion, is one of his best changes in this game. The fact that he has like a mind game now, or like a ground game. You can't disrespect him. Increase the recovery time by 2 frames when the first hit is blocked or whiffs, changing the frame advantage on block from -1 to -3. The tracking ability of the second hit against side steps has been reduced. Recovery time of, oh my god, they've killed this move. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 3 frames, and the advantage on block has been changed from -8 to -2. Oh, so you've just killed the move. You've killed the move. Because before, okay, hold on. I'm gonna make sure I'm not getting this wrong, because I'm not gonna bug. Make sure. So basically, this move, right? And before, when you do this on block, basically they couldn't step. So it was like a twin pistons, bang, bang, bang. Not twin pistons. That's something else. The Jin or Devil Jin move, where they have a move where it says, it's a string where it's like, don't step me, right? And then obviously the pushback on the move made it so that you could cheekily get an art blast because of the distance it put you apart, considering they removed this part and you can't do that anymore. So now, from what they've said, I'll look at it one more time. They've said that they've increased the recovery time by the move when the first hit is blocked. And they've made it minus, what is it? Minus what? Oh no, I need to block. Oh, fucking hell. So it's -3. Okay, so wait, so what's his normal down forward 1? No, go back. Ah, oh, damn it. I'm gonna just get to the part where I do it myself. So what is it on block? -3 now. So before it used to be -1, right? -6, and then -12. So now I'm punishing. So what's the point of having that extension then? Because you gave us a minus move in general, right? For that, because obviously that's a mid check. But with this one, you could duck the high. But on block, you can duck that and launch. There's enough time for you to duck and launch it if you see it coming. And now you've made this bit, which is like the, okay, I'm gonna try to interrupt him or step away, now negative. So what the fuck is the point of me doing this anymore? Like, what's the point of me doing this anymore? Because it's the same as this. I'm gonna get punished by either way now. I don't see the point. Like, given, and you're, and the pushback is like, there's no pushback either. So you completely gutted the move. And that's the end result of that. What else is there? They said they nerfed it. So I'm wondering if I can step in between now because it's more negative. Or can I even get the rest of this off? And on counter here, I can't do that way. Let's test something else. Let's test. If you duck, if you whiff the first hit, he doesn't get enough heat to go again. If you try to step, you can do that now. So, like, hold on. So like, if you did that, down forward 1, you can't step obviously in between, like you don't have enough time. But you're technically +3, but you have more time to recover and do something else. But if you commit and just wait, you can punish it now. So I don't see the point, because now there's literally no reason for you to just, you know, there's no reason realistically for you to just wait. there's no realistic reason for you to try to interrupt him if you haven't, like, if you're far away and he does it, by all means go crazy, you can do that. But again, this already had a counter, just duck the fucking first hit. But now, you don't have to worry about that anymore, because even if you don't, you can still punish him and take away your turn. But if you try to interrupt in between that, just because you're more plus now, you're technically +6, it's more of a counter hit string. But if you want to avoid the first hit, you're good. But if you, like, let's say you just like, no. Yeah, you can't. Okay, basically, I'm guessing what it was is that before you couldn't, I'm assuming, because this never happened to me, but before, if you tried to step, they catch you. Like if you tried to step when he whiffed, he'd catch you because of the frame advantage he'd get, or frame advantage he had, and no like recovery, I guess less recovery before, but now he has more recovery. It's easier for you to sidestep him if he whiffs. I think his weak side is his right side or left, I'm not entirely sure, I think it's his right. But you can step both sides from what it looks like. Come on, you do it. Whiff, bang, no, it's his left side. You got a sidestep left. He's between his right side, so you got a sidestep left. 1, 2, bang, kill him. But if you try to interrupt before then, or try to, you know, press a button, you're dead. But the silver lining of this is that this always had a counter, and it was just duck. Which is why he had the down forward 1-3 setup, which to me now makes no sense as to why he has it. Because I don't see the point now, because you had this move so that if they tried to press a duck, you had a reason to thingy. But now, you've just taken away the ability of that, because this isn't counter hit. The only bit that's counter hit is the second part of it. So if they try to press in between, then they get clipped by that. But now you've made it so that, obviously if they whiff, cracking is bad. But you've made it so that at the end of it all, it's your close range and your -12. So there's literally no reason for you to really use the string like that, because it's not even safe. It's negative if you commit. So your best option now is to do oh my god, you're -2 now on that. Is that another change? Fuck's sake. Why? What's the point? He doesn't have. He's back to being negative on block again. Oh my god, that's another change. I was gonna say, well, you can opt to that, but there is no win. It's a guessing game again. Yeah, my bad. It was always -2. But now again, the mix up is kind of skewed in your favor. But from just this move alone, I don't see the point. I don't see the point, because it's negative. The easiest way was to duck it, and I'm pretty sure you could fuzzy it, because you can't delay this. So you could realistically fuzzy the down forward 1-1 or 1-3, because now there's no reason for you to opt. Like, I mean, you can do whatever and hope for the best, but if you finish the string, you're cooked. If you don't finish the string, let's say you do some block, you're -6, so you've lost your turn effectively. There's nothing that you can really do unless you want to go for a Hail Mary, or like, hold on, so like, what's the point of giving them that if you're gonna make it minus? You've made it like, oh. No, that's pissed me off a little bit. I can't lie, that's annoyed me a little bit, because I don't even get the point. I don't get the point. So now you're just hoping that they, like, you can't even hope that they press now. You have to hope that they try to press like on the second hit and that you clip them. Because let's one. Okay, the first 2 hits are still, you're gambling, because you're not even like, you can't do down forward 1, down forward 1. You're -3 now, because you have an extension, but none of the extensions are plus, and it has an obvious flaw. It's a high that you can duck, and because they've made you even more plus on block now, when you're blocking against the first hit, you have more time to duck and launch, which you could do anyway. And if you don't believe me now, I'm going to show you a move. This move is 20 frames, right? I'm making them do the exact same string, no interruptions, right? That's how much time you have. And that's a 20 frame move. I could have just done that. And that's 15. That's gutted, bro. You don't even like, I'm gonna practice something right now and make sure that I'm not tripping. Lars, fuck's sake, come on, bro. Prove my point. Fuzzy. Fuzzy. Not fuzzied. Yeah, fuzzied again. Fuzzied. But even if I don't fuzzy, you can kill me anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? There was no reason to make it -12. So now, even if you miss, even if now you don't fuzzy it, if you just hold back, you will, you'll get what you want. You'll punish me at the end of the day. So now it's like you got 2 moves that are now negative. At least before, it was a question of, okay, should I duck this and that? Like, it's a mind game in that sense of a down forward 1. Because what's the point of a down forward 1 extension if there's no mind game? The mind game is you can still duck me. And the mind game is now, if you just block and hold block, you win. That is the mind game, because there's no other advantage. The only way I'll get scot-free from this is if they don't know what to do. But like season 1, it doesn't matter if they know. It doesn't matter if they know, because they have one op if they don't know, because all they have to do is do down forward 1. It beats every option. For example, 2 beaten, 1 beaten. It trades at best. At best, it will trade. So like, So now you're just hoping for the best again. You're just hoping for the best. At best, the best thing you can do, realistically, is poking Shahid. That's the best thing you can do. I honestly think that's ridiculous. Because if you're gonna take away the option for him to, like, you know, the option for him to be safe. Because Devil Jin and Jin's one of that move are both like negative, but they're not punishable. So I don't get why this now, which has kind of a similar ability, is now -12. When you already gave him the mid extension, which is -12. So like if they tried to duck you, use that move. But now for this move, all they have to do is hold back and they don't have to stress. And then now, because you've deleted that move, this doesn't even make any sense anymore, because now you're just hoping that they don't know anything. You're not playing on frames, you're just playing on, oh, please work, please, like, bro, what the fuck am I meant to do now? Oh, and there's characters in this game that can B+ and go into their stance, but I do this, I'm caught. Leo flipping does sit back 4 into whatever stance, and he's +9. You have to respect the high low, but I can't even get a down forward 1 extension where you have to be patient or duck at the right time. That's bullshit. Okay, I think I've got that out of me. That's bullshit. I think that's stupid. Anyway, next. Stay nerfed forward 1+. Okay, he's approaching move. So they made it +4 instead of +7, which, okay. That's not the worst change, I'm not gonna lie. That's not the worst change, I'll be real. I mean, it just gives them more options, right? I don't know how badly this affects him. I'll be so real, I don't know. You can try something, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not, it isn't the worst. That's minor. That's a minor change. I don't think that's that bad being +4, because +7 was quite a lot for that kind of mix up. Because I think every option besides that, even that trades, that's a down forward 1. So I don't think that's that bad. Anyway, next one. Back 1 changed the opponent's behavior and counter hit. He was really getting hit with this move often. This back, he doesn't get Oki anymore. He don't get Oki no more. Okay, at the wall. It's still wall splash, but doesn't get okay anymore. Yeah, you're gambling up. That sucks. That sucks. That honestly sucks. Back 1, I don't know why. This is not a move that you get often on counter hit. His wall game isn't scary enough for you to duck mid and boom. Like, okay, hold on. Is his back 1 still? Is it still like? Okay, that's still +1 block scenario. That's still +1 block scenario. Okay. Yeah, no. This the last change is basically that down forward 3. Okay, so basically any of the pickup moves. Adjusted the collision detection with the opponent to make it more difficult to slip under a floating opponent. So basically, I think it makes combos for those moves easier to do. I can definitely get a wolf in here. Okay, so basically it's anything that has slip under moves. Basically anything that has a transition, more or less. They've made it easier for you to get a combo that doesn't slip under. So maybe there's more combo damage or combo wall opportunities, I'm guessing. But overall, they've nerfed the fuck out the character, I can't lie. Like, I don't think you know how crucial this was to his game plan. And obviously, because of the down forward 1 minus being nerfed, on block, this being -2 now just means he's kind of pissed, isn't it? Really and true. I don't want to hear no talk about him being top tier. I don't want to hear no talk about him being a top tier. If you have top tier and Lars in the same category, I don't believe your tier list, because it's impossible for him to be that now. There's no caveat to this. Like, you can't say, oh, okay, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna opt in. You're just relying on hoping that somebody is going to not know what the mix-up is. But the fact of the matter is, in most cases when you're fighting Lars in season 1 or a general, if someone knew where it was, they'd stop it immediately. And I know that sounds like, or obviously they would, but I mean, like, even if they didn't know, they'd find out during the match that they can be interrupted. You know what I mean? Like, most people don't stay not pressing buttons in Tekken 8 especially. So like, in this aspect, down forward 1-1, people weren't already trying to press, because people do try to press. Like, now, all you have to do is be patient, and then you get a 12 frame punish out of it. It could have been higher, granted, for that, but I just think it's pointless now even using it, because now it's not even plus. I can't even do a get off me, then I can get some. No, it's like with the down forward 1 stuff, maybe I can see it because he has like a game plan in that sense, but again, you duck him, he's dead. Now the plan against down forward 1, the down forward 1 attentions, is just to block. Just block. He's -3 now as well. So now on block, yeah, he's -3 on block now, so he can't do it again. You could interrupt him after that, so he got nerfed in that way too. So it's like you nerf the aspect of him where, like, oh man, this is horrible. I think this is the worst change. I think this is technically the worst change. The down forward 1, the back 1 change is kind of crazy, but like, just the down forward extension change is kind of nuts. I just don't see why you do that. I just don't see why. Because now you have to just fucking hope that they don't know it's punishable, or that they press the button at the second hit. You can stop it, don't get me wrong, but you're -6. So you might as well opt into the stance, and then at that you're -2. So if they do down forward 1, your turn is over on block again, unless you opt to use heat. And then they've done nerf the usage of limit entry in heat. Once you use it once, you're basically done. Like, you use it twice. Unless you get a heat engager, you could probably use it what? 1, 2, sorry, you can use it about 3 times. Unless you get a full heat engager, like when you pile it up with side step 2 and thingy. Okay, to be fair, that's not that bad, but I don't get why they made that consumption for that high for 1 specific. And the low isn't all that scary in the first place for what he gets out of it. So like, it can be in a low health deficit, but you know what I mean? It's I don't know how I feel about it. If you do a normal heat engager, you only get 2 usages out of this, and you don't want to use that in hit, like, because of what they've done with Lars in his heat, they kind of changed it a bit. You don't want to use only 1 move once. Like, you don't want to use the same move twice. You want to use like the other moves, and considering the heat usage, it doesn't really mean diddly swap with you like stance changing, because by the time you do it, you know, you've already burned the Mia just trying to get them to open up. So yeah, they've definitely nerfed him. It's definitely a significant nerf, and Usan said he wasn't playing him anymore, and I can see fucking why. Like, the downforward 1 is still good, they still have that, but again, that move had no usage before until they gave it this. Kind of sad, really. He was top tier for what? A month? Before they just said, nah, we don't want that, bring him back down. But it was okay when Dragunov was up there barraging you with fucking ridiculous and audacious moves. But hey, Lars comes in and now Lars comes in, even though he still has ways to beat him, and there's more problem now. He's still good. He's just not top tier in my opinion. I just can't see it. I can't see it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think.